Dear students, we have come to the last part of this chapter, the last concept of this chapter, which is also very important, which is the algebraic identities. Now, let me tell you, these algebraic identities are not only those which you have studied in class 8. Four of the algebraic identities you had studied in class 8. Let me recapitulate them. Older identities that you studied were, the first one was x plus y whole square is equals x square plus 2xy plus y square. The second identity was x minus y whole square is equals x square minus 2xy plus y square. Third one was x square minus y square is equals x plus y multiplied with x minus y. The fourth one which we used was x plus a multiplied x plus b equals x square plus a plus bx plus ab. Now these are the four identities that we had understood in class 8. Based on this only, we have certain examples given in your NCERT book. The first one is example number 16. Example number 16 is saying find the following products using suitable or appropriate identities. We have two parts in it. The first part is x plus 3 multiplied with x plus 3. In this part, we see that it is actually the application of the first identity, because anything multiplied with itself is its square. So it is x plus 3 whole square. I'll tell you once again how to apply this identity. First, the easiest way is to write the identity. We write x plus y whole square. This identity we understood is x square plus 2 into x into y plus y square. We can rewrite this 2xy as 2 multiplied x multiplied y plus y square. That is our identity. Now let us identify in place of x in the given question is x. In place of y it is 3. So in the rough part I can represent x is representing x and y is represented by 3. So what I will do, for solving this x plus 3 whole square, in this identity, in place of x I will put x and in place of y I will put 3. So what I get is x square plus 2 multiplied x. In place of y we have 3. I am simply replacing x and y with their identified values plus y square, that is 3 square. So what I get is x plus 3 whole square is x square plus 2 3 6x plus 3 square is 9. So that way we are able to solve this first part. The second part of this example is again related to an identity. Let us identify this. The second part, it is given as x minus 3 multiplied x plus 5. Now what I observe over here is x is the same in both of them, but the second numbers are different. 3 and 5, minus 3 and positive 5. That means here it is based on the identity. The identity that it is there is, identity is x plus a multiplied with x plus b. Match it. What you are getting is, in place of x there is x, in place of a there is minus 3, in place of a there is minus 3, and in place of b there is plus 5. And the identity we understood was, this was taken as x square plus a plus b into x plus ab. So what I will do, I will rewrite this identity with its values. X is x, a is minus 3, x is x, b is 5. Replace these values in the right hand side also. X is x, so x is square. A is minus 3 plus 5 outside. A is minus 3, b is positive 5, x is x. Plus a is minus 3 multiplied with 5. For applying this identity, I have done nothing new. I have simply replaced x, a and b in their place. Let us solve this out. We get x minus 3 multiplied with x minus 5 should be, this is x square, minus 3 plus 5 is positive 2 plus 2x, minus 3 into plus 5 is negative 50. So this gives us the answer for this particular case. Right? Let us see what is example number 17. Example number 17 is saying, evaluate 105 into 106 without actually multiplying. You don't have to multiply it actually. That means you have to use the identity. And for using the identity, first we have to split these numbers, break up these numbers so as we are able to form any one of the four identities. If the numbers would have been the same, we would have taken the identity of the square, but they are not. So what we can do? We can write 105 as 100 plus 5. 5 is added to 100. 106 can be replaced as 100 plus 6. That's 106, that's 105. That means for multiplying 105 into 106 will be the same as if I am multiplying 100 plus 5 with 100 plus 6. This matches with the identity x plus a multiplied x plus b. X, the same number 100, a and b are different. So we apply the identity x plus a multiplied x plus b equals x square plus a plus b multiplied x plus ab. In place of x we have 100, in place of a we have 5, in place of x we have 100, in place of b we have 6. We put the values over here. In place of x we have 100 square, a is 5, b is 6, outside x is 100, many times students lose this place, plus a into b, that is 5 into 6. Solve this out. What we get is 100 square is 10,000. 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 into 100 is 1100. 5 plus 6 is 30. Start adding from the units place. Units place is 100. Tens place is 3. Hundreds place is 1. Thousands place is 1. And 10,000 place is 1 again. So that makes it 11,130. That is our answer to this part. I'm sure it is very clear to you. The same way, we have the next example. That's example number 18. It is saying factorize 49a square plus 70 ab plus 25b square. Now the first thing that we identify is there are three terms in it which are in first, second and fourth identity. In the third identity there were only two terms, x square minus y square. Here there are three terms. Out of these three terms, 49a square and 25b square, are they the perfect squares? 49a square is 7a whole square. 25b square is 5b whole square. That means this expression is one out of the first two identities. In first two identities we had two perfect squares. Let us write, because there is only positive signatures, that means it should match up with x square plus 2xy plus y square equals x plus y whole square. Let us identify what is x and y. We have already identified them. X is 7a, y is 5b. So let us put in the left hand side, what we have is 7a square, 2 multiplied 7a multiplied 5b. Tally whether it is 70. 2 7 are 14, 14 5 are 70. Plus 5b whole square. This should actually be 7a plus 5b whole square. What we have done, this is x square. This term is x square. This term is 2 into x into y. 2 into x into y plus y square. And we have written it in the form of x plus y whole square. So this makes our factorization complete. The second part in this is (25 upon 4 x square minus y square upon 9). Now we identify this is actually the difference of two perfect squares. And when two perfect squares difference is there, we use the third identity. Let us identify what the identity was. X square minus y square was x plus y multiplied with x minus y. Now what is representing x square? 25 upon 4x square. So what should be x? X should be 5 upon 2x. What should be y? Y should be y upon 3. Its square is y square upon it. So we represent this side as 5 upon 2x square minus y upon 3 square. This should be put at x plus y. What is x? 5 upon 2x plus y, that is y upon 3, multiplied with x minus y, that is 5 upon 2x minus y upon 3. So that becomes the answer to this particular example. The next example, dear students, is okay. Now we have identity number 5. Based on these 4 identities, we have done certain examples. Now we have one more identity. Let us see how it has come. The identity is x plus y plus z whole square equals x square plus y square plus z square plus twice xy twice yz plus twice zx. How actually we get that? What is x plus y plus z whole square? This is actually x plus y plus z multiplied with x plus y plus z. How do we solve these brackets? We take up x, we multiply with the second bracket, we take up second term y, we multiply with the bracket second one, and we take third term and multiply it with the bracket. Let us multiply it. What we get is x square, x into y, xy, x into z, zx, y into x, xy, y into y, y square, y into z, yz, z into x, zx, z into y, yz, and z into z, z square. Let us collect up the square terms. They are x square plus y square plus z square. Then let us collect like terms. We have xy and xy. xy plus xy is twice xy. Then we have yz and yz. Collect them as twice yz. Then we have zx and zx. Collect them as twice zx, which is our identity. You can also write this in simplified form in little more easier to recollect form. Twice of, you can take twice common. Inside it is xy plus yz plus zx. So how you will memorize it? Sum, square of the sum of three numbers, of three terms, is the same as adding up their individual squares plus twice addition of product of two taken at a time. I'll write it. Square of addition of three terms. What is the meaning? First we are adding, then we are operating a square. This is equivalent to sum of squares of all three. Here now we are doing a square first, then doing the sum, plus twice sum of product of two taken at a time. So this way you are able to memorize it. वापस देखेंगे क्या किया हमने. हमने कहा भाई तीन टर्म्स के सम का स्क्वायर, एक्स वाई जेड तीनों के सम का स्क्वायर किसके इक्वल है? तीनों टर्म्स के इंडिविजुअल स्क्वायर्स का सम, तीनों का स्क्वायर का सम, एक्स का स्क्वायर ऐड किया वाई के स्क्वायर में, ऐड किया जेड के स्क्वायर में. साथ में क्या ऐड करना है? ट्वाइस दो का प्रोडक्ट, दो का प्रोडक्ट ऐड अप करना है. एक्स वाई दो का प्रोडक्ट हुआ, वाई जेड दो का प्रोडक्ट हुआ, जेड एक्स दो का प्रोडक्ट हुआ. इन सब के एडिशन को ट्वाइस करना है. ये हमारी आइडेंटिटी नंबर 5 है. दिस इज आइडेंटिटी नंबर 5. Based on this identity, students, example number 19 is write 3a plus 4b plus 5c whole square in expanded form. So what we do? We write the identity first. What is the identity? The identity is x plus y plus z whole square. You can write it in one of the two forms I have given you. We can write it x square plus y square plus z square. Let us write twice separately with all of them. Twice xy, twice yz, twice zx. Now identify what is x over here. X is 3a. What is y? Y is 4b. What is z? Z is 5c. Replace x, y and z with 3a, 4b and 5c on both the sides. Your question is done. In place of x, 3a. In place of y, 4b. In place of z, 5c. In place of x, 3a. Because square of x is there, 3a whole square. In place of y, 4b. Y square, that means 4b square. Z square means similarly 5c square. Plus 2xy, that's 2 into, in place of x, 3a. In place of y, 4b. 2yz. 2 into y is 4b, z is 5c. And the last term is twice zx. Z is 5c, x is 3a. I have simply replaced x square plus y square plus z square plus 2 into x into y plus 2 into y into z plus 2 into z into x. I have replaced in place of x, y and z their values identified. Now solve it out. Sorry, here it should be square. So we have 3a plus 4b plus 5c whole square. 3a square is 9a square. 4b square is 16b square. 5c square is 25c square. 2 into 3 into 4. 2 3 ja 6, 4 ja 24ab. 2 4 ja 8, 5 ja 40bc. 2 5 ja 10, 3 ja 30. AC or CA both are one and the same thing. So this solves our this particular example using identity number 5. Similarly, students, we have example number 20. Using the same identity, we have to explain 4a minus 3b minus twice c. As usual, let us write the identity first. The identity is x plus y plus z whole square is x square plus y square plus z square plus twice xy plus twice yz plus twice zx. The first thing that we have to identify is what is x. In place of x we have 4a. In place of x we have 4. Identify b very properly. Because in this particular identity, we have to identify them x, y and z with their proper sign. Y is not 3b, it is minus 3b. It is minus 3b. Z is not twice c, it is negative twice c. It is negative twice c. So I will place values of x, y and z on both the sides with their signs. So in place of x we have 4a. In place of y we have minus 3b. In place of z we have minus twice c. And this whole square is to be operated. Let us place x. What is x? 4a. Its square is there. What is y? Minus thrice b. Its square is there. Y square. What will be z square? Minus twice c square. Plus 2xy. 2 multiplied. X is 4a. Y is minus thrice b. 2xy. 2yz. 2 multiplied. Y is minus 3b. Z is minus 2c. And twice zx. What is z? Z is minus 2c. What is x? X is 4. Simple. Please remember, while using this fifth identity, we have to replace x, y and z with their proper sign. Positive or negative signs are to be taken care of. So we have replaced them with their proper signs. Negative to negative, positive then positive. Solve this out. What we get is 4a. This is minus 3b minus twice c. What will be 4a square? 16a square. Minus 3 whole square, positive 9b square. square is positive, 4c square. Now work on the signs very properly. 2 into 4 into minus 3. 2 4 are 8. 8 into minus 3 is minus 24. So minus 24. Variables A, B. Work on the signs over here. 2 into minus 3 is minus 6. Minus 6 into minus 2 is minus 12. Minus 6 into minus 2 is positive 12. So plus 12 BC. This term will be positive. Two negatives are there, positive. Similarly, one negative is there, negative sign. 2 2 hours 4, 4 4 hours 16C. That will be the answer for the expansion of this particular term using the identity. Similarly, we have example number 21, which is asking us to factorize this particular expression. Now, the first thing that we have observed in identity number 5, there were 6 terms. 3 variables were there, x, y and z. They are there. 3 complete squares and 3 remaining terms are there. Right? So, let's write the identity in its standard form. The identity in standard form in the reverse mode is x square plus y square plus z square plus twice xy plus twice yz plus twice zx is x plus y plus z whole square. Now we have to identify from the 3 squares x, y and z. So can I write this 4x square as twice x square? So in place of x we have 2x. In place of y we have y. In place of z we have z square. That's quite okay. Now comes a confusion thing. We have 2 negative terms and 1 positive term. We have to identify out of x, y and z which term will be negative. So for that I will tell you a very simple technique. Observe the 2 negative terms carefully. Out of the 2 negative terms, which variable is common in them? This is variable x and y. This is variable y and z. The common variable is y. So I can say that the y variable term will be negative. So the rule for identifying negative term is identify the 2 terms having negative sign. Out of those 2 terms, the common variable term will be negative. So what I can do? I can put up negative sign with y because this I have identified as the negative one. So I can write twice xy term as 2 multiplied x. X is 2x. Y is nothing but negative y. We maintain the positive sign over here. Although we solve it, we will get the same negative 4xy which we are having over here. Third one, the next term is 2yz. 2 multiplied negative y multiplied z plus 2zx. 2 multiplied z multiplied twice x. Both are positive, we are getting 4x. So we have converted the given expression in identical form, in the form of the identity x square plus y square plus z square plus twice xy plus twice yz plus twice zx. And this I can write as equivalent to x. X is 2x, y is negative y plus z is z whole square. So our factorization of this, the answer will be twice x minus y plus z whole square. The important thing in this is identifying the negative term. For that I am giving you a simple rule. नेगेटिव का मुजरिम पहचानने के लिए, मुजरिम आई एम कॉलिंग इट, द कल्प्रिट ऑफ द नेगेटिव साइन. The culprit variable of the negative sign will be the common variable in two negative terms. The culprit of negative sign will be the common variable in the two negative terms. After that, students, we have identity number 6. Identity 6, what it is? It is x plus y whole cube. I am writing it in two forms. One is x cube plus y cube, cube of both, plus 3xy. In the bracket, we are multiplying with x plus y. The second form I am giving you is easier to remember. X cube, the cube of the first, plus 3 multiplied square of first multiplied with the second term, thrice square of first term multiplied with second term, plus 3 multiplied with first term multiplied with the square of the second term, plus cube of the second term. I'll tell you a very small shortcut also for writing this. You write x, y, x, y, x, y, x, y. 4 times you write xy, power is 3, write 4 times. Okay? Here you write decreasing powers of x, 3, 2, 1, 0. Write increasing powers of x, y, increasing powers of y, 0, 1, 2 and 3. Put a positive sign between them. In the middle two terms, put 3 as the coefficient. X cube, y raised to power 0 is x cube, y raised to power 0 is 1, plus 3x square y, plus 3xy square, plus x raised to power 0 is 1 and y cube. That is a very easy method of memorizing this identity. Very easy method of memorizing this identity. Yes, I am going to tell you how it has come. Let us see. We have x plus y whole cube. I can write this as x plus y multiplied with itself 3 times. I can take these as x plus y whole square. So this is the same as x plus y multiplied with x plus y whole square. We know the identity for x plus y whole square. It is x plus y multiplied with x square plus twice xy plus y square. We know to multiply this bracket, we take this one x and the whole bracket multiplied. We take the second term y and multiply the whole bracket. Open up the brackets. What we get is x cube plus twice x square y plus xy square, x into x square, x into 2xy, x into y square. Multiply y. What we get is x square y twice xy square plus y cube. Collect up the like terms. Cube is separate. So let us take x cube. Cube is separate. Let us take y cube. That's x square y. That's x square y. Twice plus 1. Thrice x square y. That's xy square. That's xy square. Twice plus 1. 3xy square. That's the identity how we are forming it. Similarly, we have the 7th identity. Identity number 7, that is again of cube. Identity 7, that is x minus y whole cube. I'll write it in two forms again. One form is x cube minus y cube minus 3xy multiplied with x minus y. the difference of individual cubes, subtracted 3xy multiplied with difference of two terms. This can also be written as x cube minus 3x square y plus thrice xy square minus y cube. Now this is again easy to remember. This form is very easy to remember. How? Same way you write xy 4 times. You put decreasing powers of x 3, 2, 1, 0. Increasing powers of y from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. Put alternate positive negative sign. Put 3 as the coefficient in the middle two terms. What you get is x cube y raised to power 0 is x cube minus 3x square y plus 3xy square. X raised to power 0 is 1, so it remains y cube. So this way you are able to memorize this two identities very easily. Then students, we have example number 22, which is asking us to write the cubes in expanded form. The first one given to us is 3a plus 4b whole cube. Again I will use the method of putting the values because that is the easiest method. First, let us identify this is the identity being used as x plus y whole cube. So I will write the identity x plus y whole cube. I will write it as x cube plus 3x square y plus 3xy square plus y cube. I will identify what is in place of x, 3a. In place of x there is 3a. In place of y there is 4b. I'll place up the values over here. I have 3a plus 4b whole cube. X is 3a. Its cube. 3. X is 3a square multiplied y is 4b plus 3 multiplied x is 3a multiplied y square, that is 4b square, plus y cube, that is 4b cube. We have simply to solve them now. 3a plus 4b whole cube should be 3a cube. This should be 27a cube. We have to do the square first, then multiplication. 3 into 9a square multiplied 4b. We can multiply them. Nevertheless, we will do the square first. 4b square, 16b square. We can solve the cube, which is 64b cube. Now, carry out the remaining multiplication. 27a cube is as such. 3 9 is 27. 27 into 4 is 108 a square b. That's 16 into 9. 144 ab square plus 64b cube. That's your answer for the expansion of this particular identity. The second part of this example, students, is 5p minus thrice cube whole cube. So again we are identifying it is the cube of the difference. That means we have x minus y whole cube identity to be used. Let us write it in easy to recollect form. X cube minus 3x square y plus 3xy square minus y cube. Identify what is x. X is 5p. What is y? Match the negative sign. Here we don't have to take the sign of 3 cube because this negative sign is already there with y. So y is 3 cube. We'll place these values in both the sides. In place of x, 5p. In place of y, thrice cube, whole cube. In place of x, 5p. whole cube minus 3x square 5p square y 3 cube. No, not minus 3 cube. We have identified y as 3 cube. Because we are using the identity of subtraction which is already there. Plus 3x is 5p, y square 3 cube square minus y cube, that is thrice cube. Solve this out. We have to do the squares and the cubes first. So what we are getting is 5 cube is 125 p cube. 3 multiplied square of 5 is 25 p square multiplied thrice cube. That's 3 multiplied 5p multiplied 3 square is 9 q square. 3 cube is 27 cube. What does that give us? 5p minus thrice cube whole cube. 125p cube as such. 25 into 9 is 225 p square cube plus, that's 3 into 5 15, 59 is 135 p cube square minus 27 cube. That's the answer for this particular example. The next example number 23 is saying evaluate each of the following using suitable identities. The first part given to us is 104 cube. Now it is obvious we don't have to multiply it directly. We don't have to use multiplication directly. We have to use identities. We are being told for that. So how shall I replace this 104 so that I can use the identity very easily? It should be 100 plus 4, right? So place this 104 cube as 100 plus 4 whole cube. Now which identity it is? X plus y whole cube. Write the identity. X plus y whole cube is x cube plus 3x square y plus 3xy square plus y cube. Identify. In place of x we have 100. In place of y we have 4. Put it over here. 100 cube 3 multiplied 100 square multiplied y, that is 4, plus 3 multiplied 100 multiplied 4 square plus 4 cube. Solve this out. What I get this as 100 plus 4 whole cube should be 100 cube will be 6 zeros plus 3 multiplied 100 square is 10,000 multiplied with 4. We have to do the squares and the cubes first. Next is 3 multiplied 100 multiplied 4 square is 16. 4 cube is 64. Simple. Let us solve this out. Multiply them. That should be 6 zeros. 3 into 4 is 12. 12 into 10 is 120. 1,20,000. 3 into 16 is 48 and 2 zeros plus 64. Add them place by place. Ones place we are having 4 only. Tens place we are having only and only 6. Here at hundreds place we have 100. That is 8. Only 8. At thousands place we have 4. 0 and 0. That is only 4. 10,000 place we have 2 and 0. At the lakhs place we have 1 and 0, that is 1. And at 10 lakhs place we have 1. So that gives us 11,24,864. That is the answer for 104 cube. The second part of this example, students, is 999 cube. How will I replace 999? In the round figure, it is 1000 minus 1, involving maximum number of zeros, right? So what I can do, I can write 999 cube as 1000 minus 1 cube. This is the identity for the cube of difference. So what I have is x minus y cube. Remember the identity, x cube minus 3x square y plus 3xy square minus y cube. Alternate positive negative, decreasing powers of x, increasing powers of y. Write this as x is 1000, y is 1 whole cube. In place of x, 1000 cube. 3 as such, x is 1000 square, y is 1. 3, x is 1000, y is 1 square minus 1 cube. Solve this out. Cube of 3 zeros will give me 9 zeros. Right? Next, 3 into square of 1000, 6 zeros. Into 1 will remain as such, plus 3 into 1000 is 3000 minus cube of 1 is 1. Simplify the multiplications. 3 into, that will be 1 times 100,000, 10,000 lakh, 10 lakh. 3 into 10 lakh will be 30 lakh plus 3000 minus 1. Now here the trick is solve out the adding and subtracting numbers separately. Where are we getting added up? This 3000 is added in this. So add on the 1000 place 3. There is the solution of these two. And we have to solve these. They are both of negative sign. They should be added up. 30, 00, 001. Now you can subtract them separately in the rough or directly. Start from the ones place. 10 minus 1 will be 9. This will become 9. 9 minus 0 is 9. 9 minus 0 is 9. This 3 has remained as 2. So 2 minus 0 will be 2. Rest, how many places zeros are there? 2 places. 2 places. So put zeros. Then that should be 10 minus 3 should be 7. The next place is 9, 9. So 9, 9. Put commas properly. That gives us the answer for 999 cube. I hope it is simple. Only difficulty in calculation will be there. The example 24, dear students, is given to factorize this particular term. Now, as we have observed, in the identity for whole cube, we always have 4 terms. There are always basically 4 terms. Out of these 4 terms, 2 are perfect cube terms. The other 2 terms are square of 1 and multiplied with 1 degree of second, and square of the other multiplied with 1 degree of first. The basic property of all these 4 terms are that all the 4 terms are of degree 3. All the 4 terms are of equal degree. So whenever there are 4 terms to be factorized with all 4 terms of degree 3, the probable identity will be either the sum of the cube of the sums or the cube of difference. Since all the positive signs are there, it should be x plus y whole cube. So we can write this as x cube plus 3x square y plus 3xy square plus y cube. This is what we have known as x plus y whole cube. So from the two complete cube terms, identify x. 8x cube is actually twice x whole cube. That means x is 2x. In place of x we have 2x. In place of x we have 2x. 27y cube is actually 3y whole cube. That means in place of y we have 3y. Substitute at both the places. In place of x we have 2x. 2x whole cube, that is 8x cube. 3 into 2x square into y is 3y. 4 3 are 12, 3 are 36. 36x square y, term is valid. Plus 3 multiplied twice x multiplied 3y square. 9 2 ja 18, 18 3 ja 54 xy square plus 3y cube, that's 27y cube. This can be written as x plus y whole cube, or that is 2x plus 3y whole cube. This can be written as 2x plus 3y whole cube. That's our answer of factorization. Simple it is. Then students, we have 8th identity. Identity number 8. This identity is related to cubes only, but in a different manner. It says the addition of cubes of 3 independent terms subtracted with thrice their product. From that, if we subtract the thrice of their product, that is x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz, this should be the same as x plus y plus z multiplied with addition of their individual squares, x square plus y square plus z square minus product of two of them taken at a time, xy minus yz minus zx. That is in fact one of the major identities, lengthy ones, which can be expressed in many forms. Right? The example that you have got is example number 25. Based on this, it is 8x cube plus y cube minus 27z cube minus 18xyz, and you have to factorize it. First thing that we identify is in place of x it is 2x, in place of x there is 2x, in place of y there is y, and in place of z there is 3z. One thing more is there. Since we are having 27z cube as negative, since I have taken 27z cube as negative, that means the cube of 3z minus 3z will be negative 27z. So in place of z, I have to use minus 3z. I have changed the example a little bit from NCERT just to make you the concept clear about the sign convention in this particular identity. Right? In NCERT, here it is positive, here it is negative, but I have altered it. So what is x? X is 2x, y is y, and z is negative 3z. Z is negative 3z. So let us put it in the identity. We have x cube. What is x cube? Twice x whole cube. Y cube. Y cube plus minus 3z whole cube minus 3 multiplied twice x multiplied y multiplied minus 3z. That's positive 18xyz, which we have got in the question. This should be equal to, first bracket is x plus y plus z. In place of x we have 2x. In place of y we have y. In place of z we have minus 3z. Minus 3z. Multiplied with x square plus y square plus z square. Square them and put over here. 2x square is 4x square. Y square is y square. Minus 3z square is 9z square. Positive. Then we have minus xy minus product of these two, 2xy. Minus yz minus y into minus 3z. Minus zx minus product of negative 3z with twice x. Please remember, x, y, z we have to place along with their positive and negative sign. If they are positive, we need not put the sign. If they are negative, please put their sign along with it. Minus 3z, minus 3z. In place of z, we are placing minus 3z. Solve this out. We have 2x plus 3y, plus y minus 3z multiplied with 4x square plus y square minus plus 9z square minus twice xy plus 3yz and plus 6zx. That should be the factorization of this particular term. So students, I am sure all these 8 identities are very clear to you. You have to memorize all the 8 identities very particularly and just try to remember the difference in the number of terms and the degrees of the terms so that you are able to identify them in the particular questions. In the next video, we will be doing our exercise 2.5 of NCERT.